Hi guys, Chris here with Super Savvy Travelers. We're so excited because we have some people we're talking to today that I think that you're going to find are going to make your life so much easier when you're trying to move over to Italy, trying to purchase a property, trying to get your Codice Fiscale, and all of those things that are involved in that process. Today, for example, we're talking with Sarah Lima, who's the communications manager of the Italian Bureau, and we're talking to Carmen Trevino, who is the notary with the Italian Bureau. And what I'm going to have them talk about is a little bit about their company and what they can do for you guys to make this whole process, which can be a little bit overwhelming, a whole lot easier for you guys. So, hi guys, welcome.
Thank you. Hi.
Hello, everyone.
Hello. So, okay, Sarah, I'm going to start with you because I'm really interested in finding out really about your company as a whole, and then how these things can help our guys in the what can be a largely overwhelming process of coming over, residency, getting documents, purchasing property, and everything else. Do you want to kick that off?
Sure, let's go. So, hello everyone, I'm Sarah. I'm the communications manager at the Italian Bureau. The Italian Bureau is basically a US-based company that helps international clients deal with bureaucracy in Italy. So whatever you need related to taxes or financial problems, this kind of stuff, we're here to help with the paperwork. We are the parent company of Italian Taxes, Italian Notary, and Italian Codice Fiscale, and each of these companies can help you in part of the process to move to Italy or to do business with Italy.
Fantastic. Now, let's talk a little bit about Italian taxes, just a little overview.
Well, so Italian Taxes is a company that helps people file taxes in English completely remotely in plain English. So this is the main feature for people that comes from outside that cannot understand the processes in Italy. So you just go to the platform, you're going to fill out a few form to understand, add a few documents to our platform, and we're going to deal with all the rest.
Wow, that is so needed. Italian taxes in English is very much needed. So that's fabulous.
Yeah, this is one of the biggest problems people face when they're dealing with bureaucracy in Italy, understanding Italian and making Italians understand us.
Yeah, exactly. And understanding how to file the forms, what you have to file versus what you don't have to file, how that works with the American taxes and that kind of thing. I mean, it's a wonderful service. ItalianNotary.com. I do want to say this is not like notary like a notaio. This is a notary like an American notary. The notaio here in Italy is a whole different thing. He's the guy that is the person who works for the state, and every property transaction goes through him. So that's not what this is. This is an American notary that handles all the things like, apostiles and certification. And Carmen, would you want to talk a little bit about that?
Italian Notary is designed for people who need documents notarized for international use, but want to avoid the complexity and delays and the inconvenience that often come with a traditional notarization or an apostille. International shipping can be tricky, and this facilitates the certified translation process. The service is very useful for Americans who are wanting to move to Italy and need this process facilitated for them from A to Z. If they have matters in Italy, such as real estate transactions, inheritance matters, power of attorneys, visa-related documents, and business transactions, this will simplify that document where they assign someone to take care of those matters in Italy for them. But then it also works on the other side, where if the Americans are living in Italy and they need to do business in the United States, they don't have to wait for an Italian notary to become available. That can take weeks. They can get it scheduled here with us and get it done within a day if needed. The process is very simple. They upload their documents to the site. They select a time that they want to meet. We have a 24-hour time slot available for anyone for their convenience, and we get it done as soon as possible. If they also need an apostille, the website will guide them through that process so that once they upload their document, they select the time, it'll ask a questionnaire of a series of questions, and it'll tell them, you may need apostille for this, or you may need a certified translation. So the website will guide them through that process so that it's a one-time, one deal type of booking so that they can facilitate whatever they're trying to do.
Oh, that's fantastic. I do know personally for the residencies, immigration stuff, marriage certificates, they have to be translated, they have to be certified, they have to be everything has to be apostilled here. So that's a fabulous service. And that's all online, right? It's 100% online.
100% online. And what the service helps just the clients obtain that legal notarized document. And we take care of the online notarization, we take care of the apostille if needed, and we take care of the international shipping with all of the certifications and all the documents that need to go with that shipping. You can simply choose to do something expedited if you'd like, if you're in a time crunch, which a lot of times that's the biggest, I think, delay is being on a time crunch, and a notario in Italy is not available for a couple of weeks. So we solve that problem. You can get it done as soon as possible. So by the time we're done with possible the notarization, the apostille, and the shipping, within maybe a week, if it's expedited, within that time frame, you were probably still waiting for a notario to be available in Italy.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, that is huge, and what a great product there. So, yeah, fantastic. I think a lot of people are kind of going through and finding problems that I think they will be solved with this online notary thing. So I appreciate that. Thank you, Carmen, so much.
Absolutely.
Okay. Sarah, do you want to talk a little bit, the Codice Fiscale, we kind of saved it for last because, oh my goodness, after COVID, it has been a nightmare trying to get a Codice Fiscale from the consulates and things. Can you explain a little bit about that service as well? Because I think you're going to have a lot of people coming to you for that.
Yeah, definitely. This is a service to make it easier to apply for a Codice Fiscale. You don't need to go to consulate for that and deal with all the bureaucracy, the deadline at the time, the deadlines Italy offers. So the idea is the platform actually offers a super simple service. You're going to fill out a super simple form, also add your a valid ID, and then we're going to deal with the rest. All the process is entirely in English. We give super clear instructions during all the application, and then you're going to receive your Codice Fiscale. And soon we are going to be offering also the possibility of getting your temporary Codice Fiscale. So basically, you're going to have a number as soon as you start as you finish the process on our platform. So you can start using that, and then soon you're going to get the official one, the official document with your Codice Fiscale. And also, the platform offers different timelines and different options for clients, depends on the urgency they have, is starting from 1 to 3 business days until a little bit longer. So it's a really great tool for people that have like urgent matters, or they just want to deal with everything remotely. They don't want to go to Italy to solve this problem. And you're going to need a Codice Fiscale for basically everything you deal with in Italy, any official transactions, or opening bank accounts, signing contracts, getting mobile numbers, signing contracts for renting an apartment, buying property, of course. So this is something you might need, and you should apply before arriving in Italy.
Absolutely. And in fact, you need it even to buy furniture, certain furniture, big things and that kind of thing. It's so important to get that. And I will tell you that it's been very frustrating for our guys because the consulates they've just been a nightmare since COVID. And then you can come over here. And that's one of the things that we offered our clients is we would make the appointment and we would go with you because they don't speak English, and you could get it right then and there, and it's free. Great. But I will tell you that the Agenzia delle Entrate website, if you don't speak Italian, it's almost impossible to use to make an appointment to go get your Codice Fiscale. It's very tricky. So a service like this, I mean, I would much rather pay a little bit of money, get my Codice Fiscale, and have it. And we've actually had people arrive, not our clients, but somebody, that we know that came over because of us, and they didn't realize they needed a Codice Fiscale. They were going to sign the compromesso, which is the agreement to buy and sell, and they didn't have a Codice Fiscale. So your service would have been fabulous for that person.
Yeah, exactly. It's really, really useful. You're going to need it in Italy
Yeah.
for everything,
Yes.
basically. And this is the thing. People don't even know how to start. And then when you get to the consulate or some other government office, they don't know how to speak Italian. They can't understand all the forms and they used to be super long.
Mhm.
So the service we provide is super clear, is super fast, and you can basically just get your number immediately and then we're going to send it remotely to you. So it's really convenient. This is the
Yeah.
word actually simple, convenient, and super easy to use.
Yeah. Now, when you get the number immediately, because that is huge, right? There is some sort of a legal document or something that the notario will accept. Like, say, for example, somebody's going to go to the notario and they're going to do the act, or they're going to go to the real estate agent and they're going to sign a compromesso, right? That it's a document that shows that that is a legal codice fiscale, I'm thinking, right? That they can print off, or how does that work?
Yeah, sometimes they ask for the official document with your number,
Yeah.
but in general, you just have to show people to give people the number
Yeah.
itself. So if you have it, you can start using it for many different reasons with an ID. So you just combine both. It's basically an identification number to make sure this is you and this is not another similar name. So once you have the temporary number, you can just start using it, and then you get the official document just to have it, basically.
Wow, that's fantastic. That is going to be a game changer for a lot of people who don't understand about the Codice Fiscale. So, yeah, so that's fantastic. You guys have hit the pain points that these people run and that we've run into. You know, the certified translation, the apostille, apostiles of apostiles. It seems like everything has to be apostilled. So that is huge. And then the notary and the tax thing and the codice fiscale, these are all the things that are super important and that people don't realize they're important until sometimes they get over to Italy and find out how important they are. So we're thrilled about that. And I'm going to go ahead and provide the contact information in the details section below, so check that out. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel. Okay, now that we've covered a lot of ground here, well, I want to open it up with Carmen and Sarah to a little FAQ, and I want to find out what kind of questions are people asking and what kind of answers they can provide. So there you go. Who wants to go first on your FAQs?
I can go. That's no problem.
Okay, great.
All right. So some of the common questions that we receive are, what types of documents do clients most frequently notarize? Power of attorneys are among the most common. We also assist with affidavits, inheritance documents, trust documents, corporate documents, banking forms, and various legal declarations. Why are power of attorneys so common? Many Americans who want to buy or sell property in Italy or have legal matters that cannot easily travel to Italy to handle every step of the process. The power of attorney allows a trusted person in Italy to act on their behalf. So that is a very common, and that is probably a majority of our signings these days. And an apostille, a lot of folks do not know what an apostille is. An apostille is a government issued certification that authenticates a public document for use in another country that participates in the Hague Apostille Convention. And why would you need an apostille? Many foreign authorities will not recognize just a notarized document from a US notary or a notary within other countries. So it has to be apostille. In some cases, they might need for another additional certification as well. And Italian Notary simplifies that entire process for you. Does ItalianNotary.com help with apostilles? Yes, of course. We include the apostille process so that clients do not need to navigate those government offices on their own. Like you said, it's very bureaucratic, long wait times. This facilitates everything from signing to the apostille to the international shipping, etc. Do clients have to obtain the apostille themselves? No, we handle the process from the notarization through the apostille, the shipping, and the certified translation if requested. And why can't someone just simply use their local notary? In some cases, they can. However, people often discover that additional requirements arise including county clerk certifications, apostilles, international shipping requirements, and ensuring that the document complies with the expectations of the Italian recipient. All these activities take time, and each step introduces the possibility of mistakes and delays. What is the benefit of using a service familiar with Italy? We regularly work with documents to be used in Italy and understand the practical issues that often arise when dealing with Italian notaries, the attorneys, banks, municipalities, and especially those government offices. We have worked with these for a very long time, so we knew what they request, especially when we have created a work relationship with certain notarios who understand what we need, and the template is used to facilitate the process and make it convenient for the signer. What are the most common Italian transactions? It's mostly real estate transactions these days, specifically ever since COVID. A lot of inheritance matters, powers of attorney, corporate matters, and various legal declarations. And if you live in Italy and are American, you can use eNotary and handle your matters that way. You can also be American and moving to Italy, and you can do that as well. Why not simply use an Italian notary? While an Italian notary may be available, using an Italian notarized document in the United States often requires additional steps. Depending on the circumstances, the document may need an apostille, and in some cases, translations and additional certifications. Right. And then sometimes Italian notaries may not be immediately available. The number of notaries relative to the population is very limited. How does Italian Notary simplify the situation? By using a U.S. remote online notary, the client is creating a U.S. notarized document from the beginning. This can eliminate the need to adapt an Italian notarization for use in the United States and often avoids the translation and apostille steps that might otherwise be required. It is also typically provides a much more faster turnaround. This is very useful for Americans selling property in the United States while living in Italy. Real estate transactions are among the most common examples. Many clients prefer completing a U.S. online notarization rather than coordinating with an Italian notary and obtaining those additional certifications. If listeners remember one thing from today's conversation, it should be that international document authentication does not have to be complicated. Whether you're in the United States, dealing with Italy, or in Italy, dealing with the United States, there are often much simpler solutions available than people realize, and ItalianNotary.com fits those needs.
Wow, that's fantastic. I can see how you could avoid delays because, so many times you go to a government agency. For me, it's been the Questura. And you go and they go, well, now we need this. And you go, well, you asked for this last. No, now we need this. And it would be nice to have somebody go, look, you're likely to need this, 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 and this. Let's do all of these things. And then you go, and the chances are that you're not going to have to come back again, wait another 6 months, wait in line, and deal with the migraine headache that is the Questura in Italy. So that's fantastic. I think that's wonderful. Thank you so much, Carmen.
Absolutely.
So, Sarah, did you have some FAQs about Codice Fiscale or anything else that you wanted to add to that?
Yes, we have a few questions we used to receive. For example, if you have a Codice Fiscale, you become a tax resident in Italy, and the answer is no. This is basically just an ID number. Another question we used to receive is if it's only for citizens, and not at all. You can apply from any country, and anyone can apply for it. If you need to speak Italian to have to have a Codice Fiscale, not at all, and we will deal with it in plain English during the entire process in our platform. So another question is, can I obtain it on my own? Definitely you can. But people used to look for a service exactly because they want something convenient, fast, and they don't want to go to any consulate or to any office in Italy and try to deal with the bureaucracy, the paperwork, the language barriers. So you can do it on your own, but with codicefiscale.com, you're going to make it really easier. This is another question that makes us actually is related to all of the services. But what kind of clients use your service? So in general, people buying properties in Italy or making business, or if they are moving to Italy, they're going to have it, or if they want to have to sign any contract with public or private institutions in Italy. How long does the process usually take? So, as I said before, there are two timelines to consider. The one inside of the platform, which is really fast. We offer services from 1 to 3 business days. But there's also the timelines inside of the government office in Italy, and it's going to depend on their workload. So, but on our side, we're going to make sure that everything is super fast, super clear, and the process is super it's streamlined for you to have it as soon as possible. Another question that people used to ask is, do I need it as a tourist? And no, you don't need it. You're going to need it. It's going to become relevant when you start doing business or interacting with Italian institutions. Can someone obtain a Codice Fiscale even if they have never been to Italy? Absolutely, yes. Many of our clients have never been to Italy. They are planning to go, or they just went as a tourist. And you can just apply online, have your number, and start doing business, opening bank accounts, or buying property, or whatever you need.
So I think we've hit everything pretty well. It's a really nice package that you guys have here, because if somebody's moving to Italy, if somebody's buying a property and just getting a vacation home, you're going to need these services, and it's nice to have them all under one roof, and with the idea that it's going to be done quickly, it's going to be done professionally, and it's going to be done effectively. So there's not a lot of holes that they're going to fall into. And again, it's one more piece of the puzzle that's put together, and it's right there when you need it, so that you don't have to go running around in 80 different directions trying to find a solution to the Codice Fiscale problem, or the tax problem, or the notary problem. So I really appreciate you guys coming on here today and talking about that. Thank you so much.
Thank you as well.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Super. So there you go, guys. Everything under one roof. What more could you ask for? I know we talk about bureaucracy, and it can be a headache, but now it's a much smaller headache, not migraine status, probably maybe a little stress headache around the eyes. Okay, we can handle that. We'll see you soon, guys.